Hey guys! I hiked the JR Fukuchiyama Line abandoned railway in Nishinomiya, Hyogo Prefecture in May 2026. So let me show you around. It takes about 30 minutes by rapid train from JR Osaka Station to JR Nishinomiya Nagio Station. Just a heads up, there are absolutely no restrooms, shops, or vending machines along the abandoned railway trail. There's a big supermarket right across from the ticket gates. So make sure to use the restroom and stock up on drinks either at the station or the supermarket before you start. First, we'll walk from JR Nishinomiya Nagio Station, map number 1, over to the entrance of the abandoned railway trail at map number 2. This part is about a 15-minute walk along the paved sidewalk next to the road. Along National Route 176, actually, this slope right here is the steepest climb of the whole trip. The abandoned railway trail itself goes slightly uphill, but you can't even tell by looking at it. So it feels like a completely flat hike. There seem to be a few different ways to get to map number 2, but there are signs asking hikers to avoid residential streets. So, like I'm doing today, we'll walk about 1 kilometer along National Route 176. Since it's just following the highway on a paved road, the route is pretty straightforward. After passing the intersection called Konomotobus Temae, go a little further, and you'll see a fork that looks like a left U-turn. Take a left there. There are no English signs where you need to turn left, so it can be a little tricky. Be sure to double-check your map app on your phone. Less than 100 meters after that U-turn, you'll head down to the right, making a right U-turn this time. By the way, there is a restroom here. But as you can see, it's a super basic portable toilet, so think of it strictly as an emergency option. Now, this is where the abandoned railway starts, and we'll be walking on an unpaved trail. There's a sign saying you hike this section at your own risk, warning about falling rocks and fallen trees, and letting you know that the tunnels have no lights. Oh, we can see a bridge right away. From around here, you really start to feel deep in the mountains. When trains still ran here, I used to take this line all the time. It was such a scenic route. I never got tired of the view from the window. Fun fact, this Wilkinson's sparkling water, which is super popular here in Japan, was originally sold using carbonated water from this exact area. It seems they don't do that anymore, though. Around map number 3, you get to walk while listening to the sound of the clear stream and looking at the massive rock walls and huge boulders on the opposite bank. Now we're at map number 4. This is the very first tunnel, and it's 319 meters long. It's pitch black inside, I think you can tell from the video, but it's so dark it almost looks like there's a solid wall blocking the way. At first, even I thought, wait, is this a dead end? You absolutely need a flashlight for this hike. Just grab a cheap one from a 100 yen shop beforehand. You can use your phone's flashlight, but there are a lot of tunnels ahead, so make sure your battery doesn't die. It was a beautiful sunny day today, but honestly, it takes a bit of courage to walk through this tunnel alone. I felt so relieved when I finally saw the light at the exit. Keep in mind that some parts inside the tunnel can be wet, so watch your step. Along this trail, there are a few spots where the old wooden railway sleepers are still left on the ground, so you can really feel the history of the abandoned track as you walk. Here we are at map number 5, the longest tunnel on this hike at 413 meters. This one is crazy. Because it curves, there's a section in the middle where you can't see the light from either the entrance or the exit. It's absolute darkness. Without a light, it feels like you're completely swallowed by the dark. Luckily, I could hear the people walking in front of me talking, but walking through pitch-black silence. It feels like a test of courage. It's super thrilling. I filmed this on a weekday and tried not to get people in the shot, so it looks deserted. But in reality, there was probably a group every 300 meters or so. On weekends, there are way more people, so it might be hard to experience the total silent darkness. If you want that thrilling, creepy vibe, I definitely recommend going on a weekday. Moving further along, here's another spot around map number 6. As you can see, you can easily see the exit light from the entrance here. Tunnels like this aren't scary at all, so you can just enjoy the walk. Ha ha ha. This is where we cross the only railway bridge on this trail. They've built a wooden pathway over it, so it's easy to walk. And I think the view from here is great, especially if you love train window scenery. Right after passing through the next tunnel, we'll be walking on the opposite side of the river. From around here, there are a few benches, and I saw a lot of people eating lunch while enjoying the view. As you can tell by now, there's absolutely nowhere to buy food along the way. So, please bring your own bread or rice balls from the supermarket at the station. Now we're around map number 7. This area is called Shinsui Hiroba, and you can actually go down closer to the river. It's a great spot for lunch or a quick break. There's no sound of the river here, though, so the viewpoint back there with the sound of the clear stream might feel a bit better. On the opposite side of this plaza, there's a path where you can enjoy cherry blossoms or beautiful autumn leaves. I didn't go this time, but if you're here during those seasons, you should definitely check it out. I'm gonna keep walking along the river. After passing through 2 more tunnels, the finish line is pretty close. Since the goal is further upstream, I thought doing the route in reverse might be easier. But like I said, you barely feel the incline. Plus, thinking about the order of the tunnels and bridges, I think going this way is a lot more fun. Also, you could start this hike from the next station over, JR Namaza Station. But I'd recommend starting from JR Nishinomiya Nagio Station like we did today, because rapid trains stop there, and you get to walk down a paved road to reach the trailhead. That's the end of the abandoned railway trail. The goal, JR Takedao Station, is just a short walk down this paved road. There's a restroom here too. There's also a restaurant and a little shop selling sweets around here, but it seems their opening days are pretty irregular. If you want to check them out, make sure to look them up before you go. Also, keep in mind that other than vending machines, there are pretty much no staffed shops near JR Takedao Station. We've arrived at map number 9, JR Takedao Station, but there's a free foot bath just past it. It's about a 5-minute walk past the station, so let's go check it out. It's small, but if you want to experience a foot bath, give it a try. The water flowing down from the rocks is also hot spring water. There are also day trip hot spring baths nearby where you can fully soak, so look those up if you're interested. All right, we're back at JR Takedao Station. That's a wrap for today. Even though it's a hike, there are basically no hills, making it super easy to walk. Plus, the tunnels are really fun, even for adults. I highly recommend it, especially on a sunny day. If you're traveling and getting a little tired of the city buildings and crowds, come check out this nature-rich hike just 30 minutes away from Osaka Station. See you next time.